All right, guys, thanks for showing up to the sparring seminar. Just before I start spieling about anything, I just want to get you guys warmed up. The way I like to warm up is we're going to play 2 different warm-up games. We'll start with the first one, okay? I didn't really know this existed. I didn't play it as a kid, but other kids in my kids' class showed me this game, and I've kind of kept it, okay? So I'll have Logan here come help me demonstrate. The game's called Ninja. It's pretty simple. So we can stack our hands here, we count to 3, we jump back, we strike a pose. Boom, okay? Why this drill is so relevant to fighting, it deals with positioning and it makes you accustomed to watching the other person really carefully, okay? So now all that we need to do once we do this, we decide who goes first, okay? So let's say I go first. If I hit his hand, either one of his hand is gone, so he has 2 lives basically, okay? When I move, I can only move in 1 frame of movement. So I can move everything in my body, but I gotta freeze to where I'm moving. When I move, he can move at the same time, okay? But my goal when it's my turn is to either put myself in a position to score on one of his hands or put myself away for him to score me on his turn, okay? So here, only on my turn can I tag his hand, okay? So I go. Now it's his turn. Now it's my turn. So you don't have to go for it if it's your turn. Okay, now it's his turn again. It's my turn. That's right, that was the hand. I got that. What do you got, little man? Trash talk is healthy. Oh, I didn't even move there. Okay, all right, okay. Coach is going to get ridged hand today. Oh, watch where you're going there. Oh my God, I still have 1 hand. I can't lose in my seminar, come on. God, get away from me. Okay. If you lose, okay, just give me 3 burpees and then play again, all right? Find a partner. Don't be shy. Okay, guys, you're welcome to use the backspace as well. Yeah, well, unfortunately, this camera equipment takes some space. I don't want you guys to hurt yourself on it. Hand's gone. He touched your hand, didn't he? Yeah. Okay. It's a great drinking game. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so that hand's gone. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. We have a partner for you. They're just getting ready right now. So let's have you working with these guys, okay? It's King of the Hill. All right, you're in now. You sit out for a sec. Okay, get them involved. Damn, Garson, you getting, come on. He's a child. Well, actually, I don't know. He's a, what's the word for you guys? I guess you're a teenager, right? I keep forgetting you're going to high school. He's going to grade 9. That's crazy. Oh my God, he's gonna get stuffed in a garbage can. But he's not gonna because he's trained by Coach Rocky. Okay guys, time. All right, we're gonna do a couple more rounds. I want you to change the way you approach it. So like, why I make people do games like this gives me a window into your mind, all right? So like, people who wanna play the game like this, go. And they don't move their legs, guys, these are people who are gonna get brain damage, okay? Why? You just wanna play shot for shot. You don't wanna reposition. What you should look to do, okay, is to put yourself in a good position and put them in a bad position. So sometimes that means like, hey, if we break off and we're somewhere here, my first move, I can't reach Logan easily with either one of my hands right now, okay? It's too big of a movement if I try. I might if I'm fast, I go really straight with no telegraph, but react to this, Logan. It puts me in danger now when I make a movement like that, okay? So now it's Logan's turn to go. You see how I move my legs and take my hands away at the same time. This is the same kind of thinking we're gonna get into later on, okay? So try not to get in this Mexican standoff shot for shot situation here. Try to misalign yourself and put yourself in good alignment when it's time for you to attack, okay? So we're gonna play the same game. Try to use your feet more, guys, okay? We can kind of game the game. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous to do in a fight, but it's great to do in this game. How can he get my hands from here in one move? He simply cannot, right? So think along these lines, okay? Go, do another couple rounds. Okay, let's have you guys work together. You're gonna work with Fanny. Okay. We're just playing a game of Ninja.
I never played.
Okay, that's okay. So basically, we go here,
Yep.
3, 2, 1, we strike a pose, we hop back. Boom. Okay, so I'm trying to tag either one of your hands, okay? You have 2 lives, all right? So it's kind of like tag mixed with tableau. So once I move, I can move everything in my body with 1 frame of movement. You can react. So my turn, I'm gonna try to dive for your hand and tag it.
Right.
You can try to dodge it. Now it's your turn to tag my hand. You gotta freeze though where you are. Yep. Now, okay, your hand's gone now. So your hand goes behind your back. Okay. Now it's your turn to tag me.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. You gotta freeze where your hand was. All right.
Shoot.
Your turn.
Okay. Here.
Okay, that's the game. All right, guys, go play. So this simple game of Ninja, the reason why I try to do this as a warm-up, it gets people warmed up in positioning. It makes people pay attention to their partner and engage their mind in a combative way without them sort of being in fear of getting hit, okay? This mainly is to get that mind-body connection. Always in fighting, we're observant of the other person and in control of ourselves and aware of our positioning and the context of that positioning. So this is why this game is so fantastic for warming up for sparring. All right, everybody, it's we're just not gonna play slap hands all day. We're gonna get into what the seminar is for, and it's for giving you guys an understanding of sparring. So what is sparring? So sparring is a live positioning drill. Okay, that's kind of a pretty umbrella statement that can mean a lot of different things, okay? What always has to be a constant in good sparring, and what I mean by that is we want to get something out of the rounds. We want to improve ourselves, okay? Some main things that have to remain constant for good sparring is some semblance of rhythm, okay? There needs to be some exchange of attack and defense. There has to be a willingness to change position and advance position, and that kind of goes without saying. You need to understand what to do in certain positions. We're going to talk about a lot of like ring control today, and a lot of defense to do with that. The ability to attack and hit people is only as useful as you can hide behind your own fire. It's defense that actually allows you to acquire positions and to not be scared about pursuing these positions. It is also defense that allows you to disengage and to create space as well. So this seminar will be a lot of defense, a lot of footwork, and I'd rather hurt your brains than your bodies today, okay? So with my own personal experience, I'm kind of in the in-between generation. Wolfgang's from the generation where concussions don't exist. Just wake up, pour some water on your head, and go again. For me, I used to spar. I had all kinds of sparring. I used to spar hard every day with 10-ounce gloves. I don't do that anymore for obvious reasons. And I want to show you guys a better way to develop. I wasted a lot of rounds in the gym, and a lot of the times I probably was concussed and I didn't even know. I just toughed it out. But through these kind of good training habits, I believe you guys can do much better than me or Wolfgang, and at least how you approach your training. And that only comes from a lot of experience and sort of me teaching from my mistakes and the scars that I have. But just before we get started, I want everyone to give Wolfgang a round of applause for teaching me everything I know. He wasn't hugged enough as a kid. He needs some applause. There you go. All right. Okay. So we'll get into the next warm-up. I want everyone to get your gloves on, okay? Okay, this game is, I call it body tag. Logan, come over here. Okay. Simple rules of the game, guys. Just try not to squeeze your fist. Try not to like punch someone's rotator cuff out or anything like that. No one's getting dropped, okay? Your hands could be up or down, doesn't really matter, okay? The point is you're gonna, anywhere here and down is a fair target, okay? That being said, because we are tagging everything but the head and above the waist, try not to level change so you don't get smoked with a punch accidentally, okay? You can tag here, you can tag here. So if someone has their hands up, obviously just tag whatever the heck is open, okay? If their hands are down, tag whatever is open, okay? I don't want you guys to rely on static blocks in this drill at all. So if my hands are here and Logan tries to reach for my shoulder, I don't want you guys doing stuff like this right now. I'd rather you respond by touch my shoulder, like pull and counter. Rotate your body, okay? you can't really hide behind a guard, so it's forcing you to move your feet and to learn to rotate your body. So a lot of really good moments that happen in this drill here are these kind of sensitivity with distance. You know, the game before was a little bit more outside of the framework of fighting, okay, just trying to prime your mind. This is very directly associated with what we're gonna do here, okay? So simple stuff. If Logan tries to tag me, I step back, I counter, okay? Logan tries to tag me, lean back, counter. Simple, really basic stuff like this. He goes here, I pull my shoulder back. He goes to this shoulder, I pull this shoulder back, okay? I can also pivot, all right? You can tag the body as well, guys, okay? So the key here is just try to stay loose, okay? No tension in the arms, and just play tag. Okay, go ahead. Oh, wee. So guys, there's not one back and forth. It's go, 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 go. If you guys can try hitting things in combination, go beyond one punch, that's good. Okay, guys, time. All right, that's not bad. So for the most part, everyone is just throwing single shots, and this is a constant problem that me as a coach I have to deal with all the time, right? If you're throwing one shot in sparring, you're gonna throw 0 shots in an actual fight. If you're gonna throw 3 shots in sparring, you're gonna throw 1 shot in an actual fight. You throw 5, you might throw 3. All right. This is what I have come to realize over a decade of coaching. You need to go above and beyond your capacity to deliver volume. Okay. For me, I don't have a problem doing it, but you guys need to force it out right now. So even if it means you're getting hit, there needs to be a certain conviction. I want 2, I get 2. I want 3, I get 3, okay? So if me and Logan play here, I need to be willing to, if I tag him and he hasn't moved, I need to believe that I can hit him again. It makes perfect sense I should be able to hit him again. If he gives me no reason to stop hitting him, I have no reason to stop hitting him, okay? This is where fighting is very unforgiving, and you know, I'm a nice guy, but I've had people beat the crap out of me, and it's only through having that happen to me that I can do it to other people in an instant, like a switch, okay? Now, in this drill, I ain't beating the shit out of anybody. It's just go, okay? So if me and Logan play, right? Watch, right here. As much as I try to be defensively responsible, I want to put pressure on the person. I want to make sure I get more out of my shots than the other person. Right? Engage a little bit more, guys. We're just playing tag at the end of the day. Okay, guys? Same partners. Go ahead. Let's try a little bit more volume, guys, and still try to keep your body loose. Okay, Logan, come over here. So we're adding a new element to this game, okay? It's the foot taps, okay? Foot taps, not foot stomps, right? So no. Okay, this will just mean this. Okay, why this is important, it calls attention to our vision and the need to observe the hips rotating in a kind of kicking fashion, okay? So this is also good if you're just a boxer, you just need awareness of someone's foot position, okay? So we'll add this later to the game regardless if you're kickboxing, Muay Thai, or boxing, okay? So we still have this involved here, okay? In the lines of kickboxing and Muay Thai, there's a very simple principle that works really well. You can kind of think of the hands as 2 lanes of traffic this way. The legs are 2 lanes of traffic underneath that, okay? So if I am punching, Logan is free to kick or tap my feet, okay? He can basically lean back and be able to tap my foot. Good, okay? If Logan taps my foot, I should be clear to punch, okay? And these same pathways exist in when we punch and kick people. For example, if Logan kicks my leg, I'm clear to punch, okay? If kicks my body, same idea, okay? There's always an open lane in that sense, generally speaking, okay? So now we play the game, we add some toe taps in there, okay? See how I layered that? You can go feinting. My punch misses, I've got a foot tap. Oh, dang it. If he foot taps me, oh, he chins me. Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead, guys. Just try to don't stomp people's feet. Go. Nice, let's take a break. Good, you need a drink, go ahead and grab one. We'll do one more round of this, and then the more will be done, and we'll start getting into some sparring drills. Oh, come over here. Okay, a couple things you'll notice, like a lot of these moments in which if you get your front foot tapped, you pull it out, right? You're in your other stance right now, okay? Now, what you need to realize is when I do this, I also have an attack, okay? So a lot of the stuff in my system is just this kind of pivoting, circling, and seeing that once you switch, you have something available to you right away, okay? So if I pull my foot out, in essence, my hips are circling this way. There are many things that should complement this movement here. So again, I step back, I have a foot tap. I step back, I have an arm touch, okay? And to turn these defensive moments back into attacking moments, okay? As well here is when you toe tap, okay? Yeah, you can punch them right after, okay? You don't have to go, all right? Again, adding more volume, guys, as well as trying to circle on people, okay? This is another thing we're going to be going over. There are only really two ways you can move people. Yes, you can push them and grapple them, whatever, take them down, but I can walk someone forward, I can move someone back, and I can turn someone. There are no other exceptions in which what you can do to people, okay, in terms of movement and striking here. So when I'm turning someone, if I make the first step, he's got to turn with me or go away from me, okay? You don't have to be in a position where you want to engage all the time. So again, you'll hear me repeat this later, but if I cut in, Logan cuts out, he kind of gets rid of my plan right now. I don't have an angle. We're back to resetting, basically. So we're back to fighting in a linear fashion. Now, if I angle and Logan doesn't angle out on me, he turns into something, okay? Keep that in mind. Let's play another game. Same partners, go. Look for the toe taps when he's boxing you in combination. Nice slip, Carson, good. You gotta chase him with a triple jab, Nam, don't let that go. Nice, good, good switch, Norm, yep, nice. Good. Ooh. Nice movement, guys, okay. Try not to reach too far with that foot tap, or stuff like that can happen. All right, guys, time. All right, let's get the rest of your gear on. If you have a cup, put it on, shin guards, mouthpiece, whatever. Okay. Let's keep the same partners we have right now. So there's an expectation you guys can do basic strikes, okay? I've coached all you guys. Yes, for the most part, you guys can do that, okay? The first thing you want to do, we're just going to work on, you know, no matter how many different ways I tell you about positioning and moving around, this moment is unavoidable in the fight. This. Stepping into someone, attacking, okay? Someone has to be completely stupid. If I just circle, Logan has to be an idiot to cut into my circle. The only way you ever win by moving backwards and around is if someone doesn't understand distance, meaning they walk into stuff, okay? That's happened more than once, okay? I fought plenty of people that have no idea what they're doing and they just charge at me all the time, okay? And then I can just hit them. And they don't adjust, and that's fine. That should be a fight you win because the guy's an idiot, okay? Now, when you fight a good fighter, okay, Logan, you're a good fighter, right? Okay, so I'm going to circle, right? Logan will maintain that radius, so no matter how much I'm circling on him, there's always this need to step in, okay? We're not going to do any of this circling stuff right now. We're just going to get into this 50-50 position where we're just lined up hip to shoulder. And what we're going to do here, okay, yes, headshots are allowed, guys. Actually, first, I should probably talk about sparring etiquette first, okay? So what is A-okay, guys? Yes, we can shoot punches to the head. That's fine, okay? Just control it here. We're here to learn, and I'm trying to give you guys an understanding of sparring. I'm not trying to get you guys rushed into getting hit in the head too hard, okay? So no one's head's getting snapped back. So what's happening here, yeah, I'll try to touch. Some people, you're going to get hit today if you're not defending, but there's not me forcing the punch through. So if I throw a cross at him, he should be able to catch it. And there's no extra juice behind it, okay? To get the most out of sparring, you have to swim with your partner to some degree, okay? Logan's a kid. I'm not going to use my dad strength on him or suplex him or anything like that, okay? I have to work with him along similar technical lines so I get a lot of good training out. Some of my best sparring is with him. No offense to you guys, but it is with him, okay? So that being said, guys, basic etiquette. kind of match your partner. Okay, if you're a little bit better, you can show that you're a little bit better. Okay, but match them so they can still feel comfortable trying stuff and developing their own skills. You don't want this when you have sparring partners where you just avoid them. Okay. I used to just never say no to sparring partners. I sparred with a lot of idiots, and I have a lot of injuries from sparring with idiots. None of my injuries are from my fights. It's just from sparring with idiots, okay? And then it literally took me almost 10 years to be like, nah, I don't want to do a round with you. You're no good. And then when they hear that, their feelings get really hurt. It's almost worse than me doing a round with them. It's like, wow, Rocky doesn't want to work with me. What's wrong with me, right? And then hopefully they introspect and like, oh, maybe I'm a dickhead, right? And they fix their stuff. Or maybe they don't, but regardless, I never work with that person ever again, okay? Because fighters, we have a very specific task. We have to be ready for fight day. That has literally nothing to do with dropping people every day in sparring or getting your ego tripping or whatever like that. We have to affirm and confirm skills in the training, okay? So, that being said, we can punch the face. You can roundhouse kick the head too. You better be ready for that. All right, boxers don't do that. Don't do that to Fanny. Okay. And then in terms of what we can do to the leg guys, okay, yeah, we can roundhouse kick the legs. For the most part, you guys don't have the control to teep the thigh yet, okay, so no straight kicks on the leg right now, guys. You can push kick the body, that's fine. You can round kick the body. You can knee, okay. You guys want to throw on some elbow pads and elbow each other, I don't care. You can do that too, okay. But that's the basics of it, okay. So when we're standing like this, if I'm boxing, I'll be around here to step. If I'm kicking, I can be around here to step. So you have to manage that for yourself, okay? So all that's gonna happen here, we're gonna do a simple 1 back and forth drill, but the one caveat is that we have to maintain a step-in distance. No one is breaching this distance, so at no point is the drill coming from here, and Logan can hit me without stepping. That means you're not doing the drill properly, okay? This might seem super simple and basic, but again, I've cornered a lot of you guys in fights. Everyone freezes in this critical moment because you guys simply don't practice it enough and you don't believe in your own striking. If I believe in my jab, when I step, this jab should work. Hit or miss, it will work to do something against this guy, okay? So Logan, go first. It's open defense too, right? Yep, okay, I should have caught that. Oh my God, he caught me off guard. Okay, my turn. Oh, okay, good. Good. And when I'm adjusting here, right? Good. Go back in that step in distance. Good. So I want you guys to allow the person to reset into that step in distance. So if I do that push kick, Logan, boom, defend it, wait for it, defend, okay, now step. Okay, so there's a little bit of a separation between the 1 back and forth and opportunity to make a read, okay? So again, I'm here, again, rhythm, remember, semblance of good sparring, right? We have rhythm, so we're here. Okay. If you're not going to make any defense, just look like you didn't want to do anything, right? Just be solid, try not to flinch. Good. Okay, go for it, guys. 1 step in, go. Okay, guys, time. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, okay? All I ask for is a half step in a lot of the time. So like when I'm kicking, look, this is my half step. It's a half step with a pivot. I kick from where my back foot is already. If it's boxing, okay, I'm just dipping my front foot in, guys. It's crucial when you start that your head isn't already here, okay? Because now when I step, I don't have any weight to transfer to my front foot, okay? Meaning I don't have power in my shot here. I need to stay straight, okay? Sometimes a little bit on my backside. So when I decide to half step, there's weight stored here and there's weight being transferred here. It doesn't matter which stance I fight in, it's the same thing, okay? I don't want you guys to have your stance compromised when you attempt the defense, okay? If the shots are too hard or too spaz, you just tell your partner to chill, okay? What I mean by that, if Logan jabs my body here and my legs are getting weird here and being compromised, this defense is not working, okay? So if he steps on that jab, I want to see this reaction. The legs are still solid, okay? You are not allowed to retreat or move, okay? Over-moving is going to destroy your position, okay? So if I do little things like this might not seem like over-moving, but jab my face. This, I don't have anything on the next shot. If I rock my head back, I get hit. I have to fall back and fix my position. You need to stay solid in your leg. So if Logan jabs me, nothing is moving here, okay? You can't hide the fact that you don't know what you're doing in a fight. And I've seen it so many times where people are doing the right defense up here, but their knees are shaking and they're trembling and none of their blocks are gonna work because their legs are scared, okay? You have to train not flinching, doing the right thing downstairs, not just upstairs. Okay, go. Same drill, guys. Slow it down. Keep your stance stalled. Step deeper. Okay, guys, time. Good, okay. So again, this is always gonna happen regardless of what kind of movement I teach you today. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna do linear fighting, okay? Linear fighting, as the word kind of suggests, is fighting in a straight line. So get in this line. There's plenty of lines on the mats, guys. If you want to use it as a reference, I highly recommend it. Put the line between your feet here, okay? And what's going to happen now, you're going to engage in sparring on a tightrope, essentially, okay? So there's no angling allowed. There's only the manipulation of... And that's all. You're not allowed to do anything other than fight in a straight line, okay? So what is this going to necessitate? It's going to mean that you guys can't turn people, okay? You certainly can't move backwards too much. You'll run out of space, okay? So you have to hold your ground and tactically back up sometimes, okay? So just a quick review of defense, guys. For the most part, if he punches me straight, I'm going to try to catch it, okay? That goes with either one, okay? If he throws a hook at my head, I'm going to try to block it, okay? He throws a hook at my body, try to block it. He throws a straight punch at my body, try to block it. Okay, if he throws a kick, you can check it. Okay, if he throws a push kick, okay, everyone's know this. Okay, again, stay on the line though. Okay, so we have a round on the line. Let's go, Logan. Okay, I cannot go too far back, but you see, for the most part, me and Logan just worked in this two-step distance. He backs up twice, I back up twice, but we're not really giving this up too much. Okay, guys, try some straight line sparring. Let's go. So this, your knees need to be, in play. So even when I'm leaning back, try to still have this here so I can rock back immediately to a punch. If my knee fades, I have to kind of get it back. Yeah. So always have that knee anchored here. Yes. Okay, so stop for a second. A couple things happening here. Your foot's on the inside of his foot. Okay, so when he's kicking you, it's buckling your knee. Okay, you need to have your toe a little bit more straight in this kind of lined up position, and try not to stand like on a tightrope like this. Try to keep it separated. Okay. Guys, go back on the line. Go back on the line. The line's right here. Get your feet between this line. Stop going off my line. Legs between the line. Good. Okay, stay on the line. Okay, stop for a second. Look. This is what's going wrong, Carson. Nam double jabs you, and you're eating it in a guard like this. You see how your legs aren't underneath your guard? Okay, what would be better? Like, okay, first one, sure, I might eat it on my guard. Second one, shoot the second one. I should literally do anything else, not eat it straight on. The idea is when you guard that you're not conceding vision. You're still trying to look out your guard, and off the eating one on your guard, the second one, you should be able to do something else. Okay, but you need to stop doing this habit, Carson, of fading out with your front leg, because it makes you run. Because subconsciously, you know you have no base, and you got to start running. Okay, you need the ability to stay sometimes. Okay, or if you back up in your stance, you back up correctly. Nice, good. Good. Okay, stop for a second. So what's happening here? You're very positioned over your front leg. So that's the reason why you can't kick with your left leg. They're all right low kicks right now. So I want you to get in your stance for me. Okay. I want you to bend this knee. Yep, good. Okay. And I just want you to bend this leg a little bit more. And you'll notice that you kind of have access to your backside and your front side now. So now you can kick with both. Okay. There you go. And Try to take that low kick above the knee. Good. Yeah. Nice, good. So I want you to notice Remek's got this weird habit of dropping his left hand. That right hand can just glide right over there, right? Try that. Or maybe he'll shoulder roll it. I don't know. Maybe he's got a plan. I don't know. All right, guys, time. Okay, that's not bad. So, Logan, come here. Now, in the straight line sparring, guys, for the most part, everyone is only being backed up because someone's hitting them and they're backing up. Sam's doing a good job of actually backing up constructively. He's actually backing up with a jab, okay? Now, like, it can seem like when you fight on a straight line, it's kind of this stupid game of tug of war. You can be a lot smarter about it by, like, we started with half steps, right? So if I'm, again, enforcing this distance of having a step in, going to our first drill, nothing should happen without me getting advance notice. If I fight from here, I don't have any notice of anything unless I actually clinch him or control some part of his hands, okay? When I'm in this distance here, the first thing Logan does is have to step to me, okay? And how he steps to me will kind of isolate what I need to do. So if Logan steps with a kick, it should mean the toes point out. Normally, that doesn't happen with boxing, so my brain is like, oh, kicking defenses, okay? If someone half steps like this, it's probably a punch, okay? Now, the other thing you can do, if Logan steps here, punch my face, you can half step back. Just be very specific. Why half stepping is so important, I'm still here and I'm not there at the same time, so if Logan jabs me, I can crack him, okay? Same thing here, if I'm here and Logan tries to counterpunch me, I half step out of it, okay? Try to perfect your half steps and maintain the step in distance. Go. All right, Logan, come here. Okay, the next kind of way of fighting, I guess you could say, okay, is lateral. So that's just moving sideways. In the context of like sport fighting, that just has to do with like ropes, essentially. That's exclusively ropes. In an octagon, that's just basically like along the fence before you get to a kind of octagonal corner, I guess, of a fence. But it's just controlling sideways space, okay? So what we're gonna do here, find a line, okay? Be on opposite sides of the line, okay? So you square off here. There's still this relevance to the step in distance, okay? So don't automatically just toe on the line in fight, okay? The main thing you wanna be doing when you're thinking about lateral movement here, okay? And right now, we're not gonna worry about any striking, okay? Move one way, move the other way. Okay, he's actually drifting slightly into me. I don't like that. Go away, move back. Move really sideways so you don't accidentally get closer to me. Good, this is really important. Again, one of the most dangerous things you can do is subconsciously not do what you think you're doing, okay? So if I'm moving laterally, but look at my front toe, and I gradually drift into this, now all of a sudden Logan can head kick me. Right, that shouldn't have been possible, and I don't think it's possible because in my mind, I think I'm moving totally laterally. You need to be super precise about managing your distance, okay? Game of inches, all right? All you need to do here, okay, is just stack on top of their hips and shoulders, okay? So if I'm trying to control you, meaning cut off the ring, let's say Logan's the guy on the ropes, he's moving side to side, go. Go as fast as you want, move side to side. Good, okay, so now Logan, implement some direction changes. Yeah, okay, you got me there. Hold on. You were off center, right? You should stay here. Go more sideways. Good. Okay, so now it's harder for me to catch up. And the moment I start catching up, where should you go? Yes. Okay. So it's a real simple game here. You just try to get off center. So if I'm trying to control Logan, okay, my hands will be out here, so he knows exactly he has to exit my hands. I have to keep him inside the frame of my hands, okay? So we move, go. Okay? And what Logan is doing to fake me out and direction change me is very simple. He takes one step this way, okay? The plainest direction change is your feet connect and you just go the other way. If you want to get a little bit more like fast with faking people out, it would be, Logan, direction change me. Feint, yep. Yes, he goes double wide, okay? So if I want to fake someone out in a lateral fashion, I will coax them with a couple clear steps here, and then change my step speed, okay? There are only two variables when we talk about footwork. It's step size and step speed, okay? So when I'm trying to fake out the direction here, I'm purposely going slow for a reason. I want his body condition to think, man, Rocky doesn't have a fast footwork. He's semi-retired. He's got nothing on me. Whoa, he's still a Ferrari. All right? Still possible. Okay? Same thing on this side, right? Slow, slow. Or sometimes you can do this to people. Fast, fast, slow. Okay? People have a hard time changing gears, okay? And if you can show a lot of variety in how you do simple things, it's difficult to figure you out, okay? So one person will do this, try to keep them in their gloves. One person will try to move outside of their gloves. When I say switch, Logan will have his hands here. I will try to be outside his gloves. He'll try to keep me inside the gloves. Okay, go. We're just moving side to side, guys. Go ahead. Listen for the switch. All right, time. All right, you guys look like a bunch of cowboys that shit your pants. Okay. All right. Okay, this is not working, guys. So, yes, I did say if you want a direction change, like, yes, go double wide. Okay, it doesn't mean like, like you're doing like the MC Hammer dance right now. You need to have your feet still under your hips, okay? So, like, this is a temporary moment. And I'm not going as wide as you guys are going. I'm just stepping, and then I go, okay? You can step, or you can shuffle, okay? That's the other detail I kind of left out here, okay? It's not about the speed, okay? Obviously, in this drill, guys, you should be able to stay on them and sometimes get a little bit off of them. It's how you can do it within controlling yourself so you can strike and defend, right? So whenever I think about footwork drills, I don't lose the context of like, oh yeah, I have to have my stance carry all my weapons, okay? So when I'm here, with me, Logan, let's say I'm the guy who's trying to move away from you, okay? He's gonna be on me for quite a bit, it's normal, all right? Just little spurts of these moments, this is good enough. I just need this kind of misalignment where I'm centered to one of his hands. That's good enough for me. What this means in a fight, put your hands up, Logan. If I get this misalignment, look, my jab's right in the middle of his face. This stuff can start wrapping around. This can cut right in. I can tap him here perpendicular, knock his ass over. If I go a little bit half off this side, okay, same thing. My power hand lines up, my hook goes around. This can go back of his hamstring. I can start sweeping different angles. I can do many different things, okay? But it's tiny steps, okay? And keeping yourself under control. It's not a race, guys, okay? So a lot of the drill is just very calm. Move with me. That is what we want to look for. A little bit of move, shuffle, 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 shuffle. Okay, and slow it back down. Okay, go. Switch. Okay, everyone's got that for the most part. I want to move a little bit more quickly, okay? So now from this lateral movement, okay, we're going to do some sparring laterally, all right? So the first thing I want you to do, we're going to do some attack and then defense, okay? So one person will attack, one person will just be defense. I'll call the switch. If you are on the attack, you're not taking liberties, beating the shit out of someone who can't hit you back. You're just trying to feed them strikes, develop their defense, and to help them get more coordinated and to understand, hey, if I'm moving side to side, I should be able to defend side to side too. It's really not that complicated, okay? When we're moving side to side, we need this common sense understanding that, hey, if I move left, especially because Logan's left-handed, I should probably expect a left body kick. Right, so I need to prepare some sort of left side defense, right? So as I'm moving, I'm kind of keeping my feet light for that moment here. So he kicks me at some point. Okay, I'm able to make a defense. At the same time while I'm passing off, you are misaligning one hand and aligning yourself to one hand as well. So once I take this half step, and if Logan hasn't caught up to me right now, I'm right down the pipe for a left straight right now, right? I need to be ready for that. Throw your left cross. Okay, I need to have things to deal with that. Okay? That being said, you could throw in combination too. So now if I choose to shuffle and Logan attacks me a lot, I couldn't pick up any of my limbs to make a block, and any of my efforts to block, I'm caught floating in my stance. Okay? So if you feel like you're gonna walk through a line of fire, don't shuffle. Okay? If I'm gonna shuffle, it'd be like moments like this where if I go here and Logan kicks me, that's when I would shuffle. His leg takes time to come back down, okay? If I'm moving this way, I can expect some pretty basic things. He might try an outside low kick, he might try a right hook, he'd probably try to catch up to me with a jab, right? So I'm here. Good. He's doing an excellent job. He's controlling me and saying, hey, coach, I don't want you to go any more this way. I'm giving you some opposition here. You still want to go this way? I'll keep hammering your leg. Okay? With that same understanding, I move this way. He does the same kind of sequencing stuff. Right? I'm just ready because I'm going this way to defend stuff going this way. A rational person would try to cut me off. Okay? So I'm expecting stuff this way or this way. When I say switch, Logan's going to do the same for me. All right? So Logan, you move. I try to attack you here and control you. Right? So watch what I'm doing here. I actually do not shoot too early. I wait till I'm pretty much stacked on him, or if he goes out the other direction, I use a weapon that will funnel him in a little bit to me so I can kind of keep him in position still, okay? Now, what's also happening here is we're going also back to this half-stepping concept, okay? So I want you to notice Logan's foot is not near this line here, okay? So he's making me work for the strike. So as I come in here, he has advanced notice. As I'm stepping into this line here, I don't know about that one. Yeah. But if I also just hang out in this line here, yeah, yes, good. Everyone understand? Yes. Okay? Okay, let's go. One person on the defense, one person in the attack, and go. Let's switch. Okay, guys, time. Okay. Let's slow the strikes down, guys, okay? If your partner can't get any success off, they're sort of missing the value in this drill here. So everyone should be able to, I'm going to attack you, Logan. Okay. Oh my gosh, please check the kick. Yep, okay. You could do that, or you could just move. Yes, okay. Some people are reacting to the kicks by sidestepping. That's great. So if he throws a left round kick, we can fade shots like this. Okay. Also, if Logan jabs me, I can also move my head with my feet. Okay. These are all good ideas. Do not just pedal one direction. When people start striking you guys, the opportunity to create like misalignment and stuff has to do with like you meeting their offensive moment with just a defensive moment. Okay. It could be anything. Like if Logan jabs me, I catch and sidestep. Okay, that puts me in a kind of misalignment. Logan, to catch up, might have to throw a left body kick at me to cut me off. That's good. I'm ready for that. And then I'm going to cut the other way. He might throw a right hook at me. Right? I'm here for this stuff. Okay, just try to slow down the strikes, okay, a little bit, so your partner can get these kind of defensive patterns and still be able to pedal their feet around. So again, if I'm attacking Logan, watch how I'm doing. And this goes back to like being a good sparring partner, guys. In a sense, if like your partner is struggling with doing the most basic thing, help them. Work with them a little bit, okay? So if I go full speed, I don't think Logan will be able to defend anything, so I'm going to go. Nice. Stop arm blocking the kicks. Come on. Yeah, that's good. Okay, guys, let's slow it down a little bit. Go. Gradual intensity, guys. We have to build confidence. Go. Yes. There's very little benefit, and it shouldn't be done. Sam jabbed me. To like having your hands so wide, it's here. Now Sam could just bicep control you, swipe your hand, a million different things, versus my hands are tight and Sam jabs and I'm here. I actually have a punch right down the pipe. Whereas if my hand's here, Sam can just parry and palm my overhand attempt. Yeah, because my hands are within his hands. Okay? This ain't it. You need this, Carson. One day, a guy's going to step on you with a hook and you're going to be, wiggly arm inflating guy and you're just going to eat a billion hooks because your hands ain't tight. You're over-moving Nam. Look, if I'm standing here and he hasn't shot anything, I don't need to be, yes, I did say like in the original drill, just try to get a misalignment. But the problem is Kieran hasn't done anything yet. Now watch, if I take this first step, Kieran left kick me. You see, I moved first. He's watching me move. Whereas, what if we put him in the opposite position? And this takes a little bit of confidence, like, I'll move a little bit, but now shoot. I go when he shoots. That makes sense? It's a little bit different, right? Especially when we're talking about kicking. So like, if I'm just standing still, or I'm kind of taking small steps, you see I can glide off on that moment a little bit, okay? Don't stop the kick. You did everything right. he already backed up. It might still partially work.
Okay.
But the point is the weapon's out there. Whereas, oh, okay, now we can't interrupt the thing that he's shooting, right? Okay, time. Let's both go. Let's both go now. Okay, so we're here. We're fighting sideways right now, okay? So there's a half step in and we can move side to side, okay? So Logan, let's go. Okay, he didn't drop his hand there. Okay. Okay, have fun, guys. Go. You both go. Okay. So here's a simple response. Okay, so if you eat his right low kick, roll it into an inside kick. Okay. Okay, man. Look, we got all the way over here on this guy, and you went back to him?
Yeah, I want to.
Hell no. No, we're here, right? No, stay offline. You should have done this. Boom! This is what he gets. This is my prize for being good with my position, right? Okay. That's good. One thing you want to try to do here, because it's boxing, and you can do this in kickboxing too. If your shoulder's down here, or line up with me, Fanny. I want to try to line my shoulder with her front toe. Now my shoulder takes care of both punches in a very slight way. So rather than stepping right, but to get there, you want to already have your foot kind of already pointed at their groin. It's very dangerous if my foot is at her right foot. Throw a straight punch at me, Fanny. It's a little bit far to move sometimes here. Whereas here, okay, so if I want to pass right, boom, boom, because the shoulder will block both hands. Okay, guys, time. Great. Okay, everyone's doing really good. All right, so there's only one other method of moving left to talk about. It's circular fighting, okay? So circling is, out of all these movements, they're the ones that people subconsciously do wrong all the time because the circle doesn't have a fixed center point in a fight. The circle constantly needs to be adjusted based on the person. So it would be like if my arms were like this, okay, and they're like, that's my boxing hitting radius, okay, and now you add a step in distance, it's about here. So when you conceive of distancing in a fight, you want this to have to commit to memory what's Rocky's already hitting distance right here and Rocky's step in hitting distance, which is right here. So Logan needs to take a little, around here. Okay, so even though my foot's away, he's maintaining this little bit of a gap on me all the time. So you can still have that notice. Why it's so important that we hover around this distance here is because if I shoot, he can make me miss and punish me. If he is 2 steps out, okay, I wouldn't even bother hitting him if I'm trained, or I would use something crazy, okay? The 2-step distance is sketchy. The reason why is you think you're safe, okay? Someone with unorthodox techniques, you're really not safe from them, especially if you relax your body and you're not being of the mind to, hey, this is still dangerous for me. So even this distance, Logan might seem like he's safe. Well, watch what I can do to him. I'm walking him into something. I'm walking him into a knockout that he can't even see. Okay, so this step in distance is really important. I don't screw around with 2 steps out too much, okay? I've had too many bad things happen to me at that distance. So from here, if I attempted the same thing on Logan, keeping that step in distance, the 1 step in, good. He can step into me right now and jam up my kick. This is super important, okay? Same thing, 2-step distance here. Logan thinks he's fine, right? There is a bunch of stupid crap that happens from really far away that you'll never be able to guess. Okay, and it gets even more complicated than that. Like, oh, I'm out here, I don't know, I'll do like I can't do this anymore, but one of those thingies, right? Like a 1280, 720, blah, 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 okay? You need to just keep a distance to where you can maintain pressure, use simple weapons to wedge anything complicated, okay? So, I'm here. All that's gonna happen right now, I'm gonna try to circle on him, okay? Stay still, okay? I want you guys to make here, adjust to me. You see how he adjusts to me also changes the nature of the circle, okay? What I mean by that, take a step around. Watch the 2 ways I can fix myself to him. See this? Now watch this. Okay? This is very different, okay? One here, still the same distance right now. He's fine. If I do this, the circle just got tighter to him. Okay, so now Logan has to adjust. Keep moving. Okay, he takes one, just take one step around. Okay, I adjust. Another step around. Good. Okay, so all we're gonna do right now, okay, one person will circle, okay, and one person will fix themselves. I need you to realize when they're cutting into you or they're cutting out. Okay, so just keep moving, Logan. Move in a circle, full circle. Good. Yes, you see what happened there? He stepped back slightly. That's really important. Again, move away. I keep cutting in, right? So he's got to keep adjusting that circle out here. Yep, good, good, okay. And now it's my turn, okay? So the way we're going to circle to begin, we're going to circle to our outside. So that's towards your lead foot side. So for me, and most of you guys, that'll be towards your left. So when we're moving this way, it's very important I turn my toes into a center of mass already, okay? When I make this step as well, look where my head goes on the first step. Goes to my front foot. This is very important because I'm already slipping. I do not want to step here and remain here. That's not smart. I'm currently where I was, okay? So I'm here. I can also use my head to help get my balance back as well. So again. Okay, you see how Logan's cutting in with his back leg? So I'm cutting out here. If Logan was adjusting with his front toes only, yeah, okay. That's it for now, guys. Okay, let's work the circle. Go. Circle to your outside. Out of any single way to move, circling to your inside is the most problematic for most people, okay? You can literally win most of your fights in the amateurs by doing this because nobody trains to do this. Literally nobody trains to do this, okay? Why it's difficult is because you don't have a guiding foot. When we go this way, our lead leg guides us. It points at us, okay? It kind of tells our other hip what to do. That isn't there when we circle the inside. I need to take this back leg like pizza crust, okay, and trace this outer radius. So if you observe what the stance is, you got this foot, which is kind of like pizza slices, and this is the pizza crust. So if I'm trying to circle on the outside, look at what happens in my back leg. You see how wide around I have to move with this back leg? So when you start circling your inside, it will feel like this leg is literally moving twice as much as the other leg. It's quite a big movement that you're taking with your back leg and a small adjustment you're taking with your front leg. Okay? And the same thing happens here where if Logan is adjusting, okay, I'm okay right now. But if he adjusts the other way, he moves his front foot in, I have to adjust this. You see I'm stepping away now with my circle because he's cutting in a little bit. Okay? Now when we switch, Logan, cut to your inside. Okay? So he's fine now. But the moment I start cutting in like this, he's got to adjust out. These are very boring, tedious drills, guys. But if you can't maintain these distances, someone very skilled will secure a knockout, and you won't even know. That's how scary this kind of stuff is. If you aren't perfect with measuring these simple lines, guys, any kind of setup I teach, or any kind of strategy or tactic, you won't be able to perform it because you can't do these basic footwork. You can't maintain these distances. Anything more complicated, guys, essentially is me putting strikes in conjunction to various movement patterns. So like, later on if we want to get more fancy, you'd be like, oh, half step feint, go straight in, turn angle, sweep, right? But these all come from these fundamental just steps we're doing right now, okay? So let's try cutting to the inside now. Okay, go ahead. Nice. Turn that right foot faster, Diana. Right. See how the shoulder's still in front while I'm still cutting this way? The issue is if I take that step, if I don't cut enough here, now I'm blocking my own cross. I can't throw my right hand right now. Carson, don't lose your front leg when you shuffle. So there's not an issue with the shuffling per se. It's just you're doing this. You're here originally, and then after a couple shuffles, you see how it's gone? Mm-hmm. It needs to be like this. Okay, and also just plainly stepping as well, right? Not always shuffling. Okay. So now we're gonna do some sparring in a circle, okay? So like I said, guys, the circle is a moving target all the time. Circling, okay, again, step in distance. Once I've already stepped in with something, when I circle, why circling is so effective, I can still hit them and they can't hit me, okay? So my jabs here, my next circling jab will be over the glove. There's a great advantage you can get by learning how to circle, and now my low kick goes behind the hamstring and it buckles his stance. Now, same thing, you'll find openings on the other side. In a very simple sense, if someone has a normal guard like this, guys, just stay for me, Logan, and I begin to circle. You can see where things can line up. If I go this way, a little bit more difficult on a southpaw, but you get certain things that line up, okay? Now, I want you guys to take the speed and power down. Just try to get used to, hey, I can circle. Spar a little bit, Logan. And I have this understanding. You can see how circling is kind of this mix, right? We're seeing a lot of the same concepts of lateral control. So I'm going this way, meaning I'm walking into some stuff, right? So that being said, if I keep going this way, I shouldn't be surprised that I might walk into some kicks, or I might get a left hook or a cross or something, okay? And to be prepared for that. Same thing if I go the other way. I'm going to be receiving lots of jabs. He's going to try to funnel me off this way. I'll be ready for that, okay? So when we're sparring in a circle, it's this kind of like two spheres colliding and then staying away from each other, okay? Try to think of it like that from like a bird's eye view. So we spar in a circle, right? So what am I asking Logan? Yes, I'm asking him to use a longer weapon right now because I'm maintaining my longer radius. I caught the yuck. Then when I go and I'm pressuring him, I'm asking him to adjust to this, right? Where's your counter from this, right? Oh, just throw your cross. There you go. All right. Nice. Good. Good. Okay, so Logan's circling the outside. I'm going to try to cut off his movement. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'll switch my stance to one now. But we're engaging all the time here. Okay? If I want to disengage, I'll just move back a little bit. Okay, go ahead, guys. Spar in a circle. If he's stuck defending your jab, so like when you jab somebody, jab me, and you see what this jab did to him. It's not a normal catch. His balance is messed up right now. Go for the straight on the body, or a leg kick, or a body kick, okay? You're having success because you're forcing him to defend, but his balance isn't perfect because of his attempt to defend, okay? No matter, like, I'm giving you guys a lot of just general, hey, like, do this, go this way, this stuff to look for, or whatever. There's still, you know, a lot of, you still need to pick your shots well, okay? So aside from, okay, you know what to expect, you're moving a certain direction, you guys are accustomed with moving all the fundamental directions, you still need to recognize what influence your individual strikes have. So everyone is having some sort of success with something. It's just you're not realizing it did something, and you're not continuing your strikes, okay? You need to make this connection. If they react to my strike in a particular way, it should set off red or green flags in how I progress that moment, okay? So in a simple sense, come over. So this is happening a lot, guys. Here, catch my jab. You see that jab backed him up a little bit? I should follow with literally anything, guys. It's not really like a second jab, a cross. Any other strike is totally fine because he's being backed up by a strike, okay? Another thing as well is like, look, if he kicks me and I check it, it's not a failure. There are a million things you can do around this problem now. So like, Nam, just fake your right kick through a left body kick. Left body kick. Oh no, right? Just still recognizing this, right? I know there's a lot of stuff going on, and for some of you guys, there's a lot of new information. But for some of you guys, it's not new information, or it shouldn't be, okay? So, yes, okay, I'm going this way. This would call upon, okay, he's going to strike me somewhere here. Okay, good. I'm going to start getting reactions off of this, okay? Keep going. Okay, same thing happens. I'm developing a pattern, okay? There's a lot of crosses to the body. Coach is wanting a cross to the body. Now he goes and does the same thing, right? Oh, I level changed it. Or there's something else behind not only, okay, I'm pedaling this way, he's going this way, I'm also setting up striking patterns as well, okay? Another principle with shot selection, guys, is just changing levels. In a boxing sense, it's head and body. In other sports, it would be legs, head, and body, okay? Also, changing ranges as well, okay? So I could also, you know, I could throw a kick from here, okay? I could also smother and back up and throw a kick. Those are the same technique, executed very differently, will give you very different results, okay? So what we're going to try to do now, we're going to try to do some light technical sparring, okay? Just a reminder, guys, you need to have rhythm. So if you guys are like, it's a disaster waiting to happen. Even though you don't mean to hurt your partner, you don't mean to hit hard, you're totally stiff, okay? You're not sensitive to being able to read the other person. It's not going to be good sparring, okay? You need to as well, okay? bring it down to their level, okay? If it's too fast, you guys are throwing too hard, you're not gonna feel comfortable in fighting and practicing body shots or other methods of movement because it's too uncomfortable for you and the intensity, you're not ready for the intensity yet. It's okay, all right? So just try to work different positions, okay? Try to use what I said today and combine these ideas. So, you know, I always like to start my first round in fights with movement. Why? Because I just want to observe the guy. I don't know him, right? I'm a very careful fighter. I don't like the idea of like, unless I know that I can crush him in the first round, I need to figure this person out. The best way you can diagnose someone in a combative sense is with footwork and feints and with your jab and your lead push kick. Why I say that? It's the most non-committed way to poke and prod into somebody's mind, okay, and also hurt them, all right? So, you know, if I'm starting around with Nam here, right, we're playing around, right? Okay, yeah, okay, looks like he can move forward. Can he move backwards? He has a problem giving me stuff going backwards. Can I go to the right here? I want to change the direction here, yeah, okay. Go circle my left. There's some stuff here I can get going left. I like going left. Left seems to be the way, I don't know. I'm gonna mix up going left and going inside because it seems like that's not where he's good at. Okay? Go ahead, guys, play around. Mindset, right? You're doing a good job, you're walking him. But now there's a big difference between I'm just trying to create space and I'm not doing anything now. So if I do this too long, he's gonna kick me, for sure. What you should have done here, you see how he's turning with you? Half step in. Give him something. I'm dangerous even when I go this way. I want to attack still. Be careful of attacking me. So I need you to trust yourself, guys. When you guys start punching and leaving your arms locked out here, it's not real punching anymore, right? So like when you throw that cross, don't, because Nam punched you at the same time, and you're like, oh my God, right? Versus he throws, I trust my cross. Okay, just rotate over. It's so important when we practice in fights, guys, that you can still finish your rotation and not cheapen your technique for this kind of, people misinterpret like what controlling the technique means. So like, if I normally kick like this, okay, and when I say go light, you guys do this, it's complete shit. Don't do that, it's not worth practicing. It's not the same way you fire the kick, okay? For the same reason, if I am here and I want to go lighter, I am still rolling my body and completing the rotation. If I am in an in-fight, guys, this is where it's like, okay, we have to practice what we train, right? This is not it, guys. Look where my face is. It's not going anywhere. Whereas if I control my power and I finish my rotation, I am actually getting a repetition that can scale the full power and for a fight. This is so important, guys. This is why sometimes sparring newer people can be very frustrating for an experienced person because they're just not with the program, right? You need to want to complete your techniques as you would. The only thing we're not doing, we're just not flooding our limbs with power and hammering people. I am still finished my technique, my hands placed the same way, my head position, my hips twist the exact same fashion, I just don't crank the shots. Okay, guys, we need to learn this so everyone can get better and people not getting injured or have to deal with a concussion, okay? Let's go do another round. You guys can do any distance you want. Okay, go. Well, guys, I did start a little late. Would you guys want to do another round? Yes. Okay, let's get another round in here. What I really want with this round, guys, really focus on, like, I mean, we're going over a lot of stuff, but, like, staying crisp, okay? Not losing composure. All of these things need to be a priority before you want to, like, go hard or fast. If I could redo everything in my career, I would take away many of the hard rounds of sparring I did. Concussions suck, guys. Like, I have a good brain for fighting. I can take a crazy shot and still be okay. But that doesn't mean I don't have damage that will never go away, okay? And I think all those rounds where I went hard, what was it really for? Did it even help me for my fight? No, if anything, it kind of ruined me for my fight a lot of the time. I have over 80 fights, but I can name them on my hands, like how many of them were actually good, which is it's kind of weird, right? Like a lot of the time I'm chronically overtrained, I'm probably semi-concussed, I'm injured like crazy. simply because my training priority is totally wrong. As much as I try my best to listen to Wolfgang, I was young and stupid, and you think you want to replace like solidifying knowledge for just training intensity. Those two things, they're completely different, guys. You can have the intensity, but you need to be composed in gradual intensity before that happens, guys. This can really only happen in two ways. We can throw bodies at the problem, meaning that, hey, let's say I want to make Sam a superstar. I don't care if Sam kills everybody. I'll sacrifice you all to Sam so Sam can be the superstar, okay? And in all that, what's going to happen? This business is going to go poof, okay? Everyone's going to have a headache. Everyone's going to be gone all of a sudden, and we can't develop a team, okay? Or we can do it the way I'm doing it right now, where everyone can trust each other and everyone develops this good camaraderie and working environment so that when we spar our teammates, it's quite often world-class sparring because we have this trust in each other that we want to develop, okay? When that's not there, sparring and fighting, the lines are incredibly blurred, okay? There is no difference to me when someone spars me hard to them trying to fight me. There isn't really a difference. If they're trying to hurt me, I'm going to try to hurt you, okay? Or I'm just not going to engage with that because I have to protect myself at the end of the day. You guys interested in competing, you have to elevate and preserve yourself for the day of competition. There will be days where I ask you guys to go to war here, but it's because it's at the right time in your camp too, okay? And most of you guys aren't there at the level where we're fighting championship fights or international tournaments to where that sort of intensity is called for. Everyone here needs to calm down and get better at their fundamental basics, okay? So with this next round, guys, show me that you've picked something up today, okay? I want to see, hey, he can move laterally. He can try to direction change. Oh, he can line up with this guy well. Good, okay? So now you have to use your strikes, not just purely footwork, to get that little advantage now, right? We're using our feints, we're hitting. That's how we get our angles, because just plain footwork, guys. If people are educated in footwork, like you all guys are now, it gets way more interesting. Now we have to strike to sort of find these moments to get ahead. Okay, go ahead. One more round. Let's go. All right, guys, gather around. All right, excellent work, everybody. So hopefully I was able to touch base on every single fundamental kind of piece of footwork. I didn't really get to go over like center of the ring or corners or specifically ropes. Maybe I'll do that next time, but it was more important for me to make sure everyone can, A, do all the basic ways of moving. So if I ever corner you guys or ever advise you guys to do something, that it just clicks right away. So a lot of my advice in fighting is just very simple commands. I might notice he has a tendency to do something. I'll just tell you, hey, go this way and do stuff, or go that way and do stuff. The main thing with this approach of training, guys, is everyone here should be good at going anywhere and using their techniques going any direction, okay? Once that happens, you can actually begin to play the game for real, okay? Now, I can't tell you how many fighters, supposedly high-level fighters, or good amateur fighters supposedly, or whatever the heck you want to call them, can't do these things, okay? I constantly have my students, I coach one-on-one, and they'll text me when a UFC card's going on. I was like, blah, 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 is not doing this right, coach, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, you're right, you're right. It's crazy to me that people think they can get away in combat sports with not being proficient in moving all directions, attacking and defending. Okay, so you guys are well ahead of the game by training under this approach, okay? Now, that being said, guys, I did go over a lot of stuff today. It is all in the free tutorial on my website. Just try to do a lot of reps of this. There's no replacing, like I told you, okay, we circle this way, we go this way, but you have to commit this to memory with your feet. There is no way for us to skip steps with educating you guys. We can tell you the most direct, best methods to train, and quite often those are kind of boring when you do them by yourself, right? Plain footwork drills are really, really boring, but they keep you safe, and there's no better way to get good at something other than just a lot of good repetition. Okay? I hope you guys got something out of today's lesson. I know, for a lot of you guys, this is a review, but it's always good to remind yourself of the basics. All right? Thank you, everybody, for showing up. It means a lot to me, guys, and let's keep these seminars going. I like this. Okay, thank you guys very much. Okay?